Hey guys, it's me. I just wanted to come in and talk to you real quick before I turn in. You know me, I'm always ready to go to bed because I gotta get up and do it again in the morning. I am so tired today, y'all. Ah, it's been a day, but God is good, I must say. I had to report for jury duty this morning. Of course, you know that means you miss work, but I was dismissed, and I'm glad. And the reason I say I'm glad is because I truly don't want to have to put somebody's fate in my hands. I mean, to that degree. You got a lot of innocent people that's locked up out here, you know, and I just don't want to be the one to sit and judging someone. I don't. Um, but you know, I heard the lady gave a speech and she was speaking on, not caring. I don't care. It's not that I don't care. Reason I don't want to do it is because I do care. Because I want to make sure or pray that they get the right people lined up and justice, real justice, is served. The system's so jacked up. I wouldn't want to be a part of an innocent person possibly doing time, and that's just my stance right now. Uh, but yeah, other than that, y'all, God is good. I had to rip and run and take care of things after I finally left there. And of course, you got to pack up and stay there all day. And man, I tell you, I had a little luggage bag with wheels. I had me a little blanket, a little small pillow. I had my lunch box in there, like a little igloo bag with my food, my drinks, my little chips, my fruit, my computer. Like I was ready. I had everything I need. My cords, earbuds, so I could lean back, listen to my stuff, and just be ready to sit. But prayer, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a powerful, powerful thing. Yes, it is. And through that, I was out quicker than I knew. I'd already looked at the clock and said, you know what? You got about just a couple of little hours. It's nothing. Either way, I was dismissed from one room and then we were let go. I was like, wow, that's all right. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I just wanted to come in and just talk about that for a minute. I was blessed to be able to get the things done that need to be done. Um, you know, did some other running around, took care of some other business when it pertaining to my vehicle and picked the grandbaby up just on a mission, just moving, 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 moving. And I came up in here, I said, I want to get ready to go lay down. But some kept saying, no, 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 get on there and talk about something, talk about it. So I really want to come in quickly and just say, and I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to relax at the same time, which I don't ever really do this. So I just want to just be in my natural stance. Can I? So I told you, my thing about how I felt about the just a couple of days ago about this situation with this man who sits in a hot seat, our former president, who was just charged with multiple offenses to the point felon is what he is, right? He's a felon. That's what he is. He's charged as one. That's what they say. If I heard wrong, please let me know. But what I don't understand, I call it, and I say the law is breaking itself. I just feel like, and I'm waiting and sitting and watching to, and praying that they're going to overturn these felons that they have locked in for not so vicious crimes. That if he can sit in his seat and keep his position and still maintain a stance like that and be okay, and it's okay, then all of the ones who committed the time and did the crime should be vindicated as well. I mean that. I mean that to the point that, I mean, take the question off the application, or if no, you don't take it off, you don't have to. But if the answer is no and the question is 7 years, do not ask anyone, have they ever? Because whatever they did was beyond the 7 years. I don't care if it was 1 year over it. The question or your requirements was 7 years. And if they meet that, that should be it of the questioning when it comes to have you ever and for what reason. That's a setup for discrimination, to turn a person away, deny them an opportunity at life. So you're convicting that person over and over and over and over again. I think that's awful, right? But this individual, he gets to commit multiples right in our face and get hit as a felon on each one. And then you turn around and allow him to go and sit in a seat high. Come on now, as high as that. I won't ever understand that. When you got so many men and women coming out of prison who's done multiple counts, they done time. I'm talking 27 years, 30 years, things like that. They sat down and did the time. They paid their restitution. They should be given a new leaf on life. But yet we convict them. These employers and all these other folks convict them time and time again for what they have done. But they paid their dues to it. Okay? I think when they come out, it should be expunged from their record. And if the question for a job asks if it's been in 10 years, 7 years, 20 years, and they can answer no to that question, that should be enough right there. Move on to the next question. It should not be a following question. Have you ever? For what? That's none of your business. You shouldn't even be asking the question, have you ever and why? Why am I explaining? If that has nothing to do with anything, then you're just being nosy. You're looking for a reason to deter. That's discrimination. It's wrong. Because now you just convicted that felon all over again. You just prosecuted him all over again by saying no when your requirements ask for 7 years of a clean criminal history and they gave that to you and you didn't want that. That's wrong. So now I want to go over here for a minute and listen to this. I don't recall these questions being asked. I think my daughter said she did, right? She said she thinks she remembered them asking her. I said, either way, my question still remains. Why is that relevant? So now you got, okay, for I was just looking for some car insurance, right? So I go online. No, I get on the phone. I'm not online. I get on the phone and I'm talking to these people. And the gentleman asked me, okay, he asked me, what's the highest level of education, right? So I told him, I told him high school, right? So he said, I said 12th grade. He said, okay, well, okay. Do you have any other skill sets or certifications or anything like that? So I said, sure. I started riffing them off. I said, you mean I said, I said I have pharmacology, mental health, mental health, human development, child development. I said nursing assistance, substance abuse counseling, behavior management. I mean, like, is that enough for you? I mean, I have some other things, but is that enough? So he said, he paused. He said, "I'm well. Are any of those de- um are any of those degrees? Duh. You just asked, and I told you already. Why would you ask the same question twice? as if I'm illiterate or not understanding something, correct? So I said, sir, I just said certifications. That's what you last asked. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Then you keep asking me how many vehicles again? Hello? Are you not listening? I said, but let me back you up. What does my level of education have to do with me getting insurance for my car? Then he states, oh, and I'm going to need your social to pull your credit. What are you pulling my credit for? To give me an insurance quote. That's what you're doing right now. I didn't even say I want the insurance with you, but you in my business too far. Why? Because you're looking for any reason and means to hike some numbers up because you're going already off where a person lives. If the driving record is the issue and and allowing you to give me a quote, then that's what we need to focus on. Actually, where I live and all of that should make a difference. If my driving history has been pretty decent throughout time, and if you see a claim here or there, oh, that was another thing. The claim. Oh, I see you have a claim in it, blah blah. Okay. Oh, no fault. If there's no fault, then why you keep trying to hike up the price? I said you just said no fault, but yet you're turning around and giving me another price. The price just went up by another $100 or $200. Excuse me, guys. As for something that's not even my fault. So you're telling me I have to take a hike or increase in spike in my payments because somebody negligently damaged my property. Is that what you're telling me? He said, yes. And then the ratings is very high, right? For the state. Yeah, and for the rates are going up in the state because there's so many uninsured motorists out here. I say, wow. Now you're telling me that you're going to hit the little guy and make them pay for all the damages that the uninsured motorists caused out here, that they caused, right? He said, yeah, pretty much what they're doing. No, that's what you're doing. You work for them. You're doing what they're doing. Okay, you're trained to sit here and act just as confused as I am. But that's sad. Why is it that if I'm making sure I'm trying to stop at every traffic light and this idiot out here running through them, you're gonna make me pay for their mess? That's what we're doing now. That's how things are going now, folks. You feel me? That's exactly what's happening right now. You have a man who was our president that sent a team of people over here to tear up some stuff, hurt some people, kill some people. And then he turned around and get with all these felonies and he still gets to run for president. But people like you and I, the little guy, we're gonna pay the price. So now insurance rates are going up and people are being forced to pay them because you're in the state where the rating is so high. They're going to increase your insurance to pay for you and I who pay car insurance. We're taking care of the coverage on all the damages that the uninsured motorist caused, and somebody got to pick for the bill. It's us. I just need you to pay attention to that. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. But hey, through prayer, great things happen. I'm telling y'all because my son is a new driver, and they also were trying to hit me. I'm talking like high numbers, $600 and something dollars a month, $700. Are you crazy, baby? But God is good. He is. So everything worked out for the good. Back to my reasonable payments that I had, and I'm pleased. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of myself for standing my ground. That's the thing. We have to stand our ground. We get so quick to want to act out. We want to fight. We want to flick up flick off and turb some stuff. Let's not do that. Okay? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna handle things the appropriate way. We're gonna handle the thing. I'm trying to get back in the light, y'all. My arm was going up. But no, we're gonna handle things appropriately, and we're gonna take our steps, and we're gonna do the research. So I'm so glad that I didn't allow him to feed me a bunch of mess, and I knew that I would be okay. You understand? I knew that it'll work out. So I made some other calls, and I did one thing. I got quite a few estimates, and went back to my another old insurance company. And I must tell you, good old Allstate. And if you happen to be looking, go on over there, call Allstate over on Temple Hills Road, okay? And say Keisha Tuck referred me, okay? But real talk, like I went back over there and wow, with so many things waiting for me, all kinds of discounts. They've been over here running this place for a good while, and check it out if you look for reasonable insurance. Real talk. Go over there, ask for Miss Murray Rose, and say Lakeisha told me to call you, or come through and you'll take good care of me. I trust it. You understand? Good people. But I was very relieved and happy for that. So I'm just blown away at the system and how things are going. And like I said, being in a jury duty today, sitting around, I really would not want to be a person to rule on somebody right now with such a crooked justice system. Because my one whatever among a room of people. Now I have done this before. I've served before, and I had one person in the room, and it really wasn't about the evidence. It was more so about that person's little attitude above it all type behavior. It was like the whole entire time, and they were quick to say, I felt like they're guilty, they're guilty, or they're guilty, but all of the evidence in everybody's favor ruled that person not guilty. And this individual slid their paper in and was like, whatever. I said, okay, and you understand beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, and coming from you, that figures. And I slid the paper back, and they had to make the choice. You already overruled out by number, right? So they had to rewrite that and send it out. And somebody was able to leave the courthouse that day, and it was interesting. Don't get me wrong. I think I can be a very good lawyer if I needed to be one, but that's that today's time. No, I just don't like what's really going on out here with this. And we just went to an establishment last night, and we watching the security team at the door hold these people up, and they're in line like they were ordered to be, and had their IDs out and all this good stuff. And we watching them on the phones, texting, and then they keep whatever, and they'll come out there, look around, and all of a sudden you'll see somebody just walk on past and go in. And the young lady had to say, "Hey, do y'all know how long we've been standing right here at this door?" And I think she said something like maybe 45 minutes, and it wasn't really that crowded, according to her. But I seen like a few people constantly just go straight in. But it's a big sign on the door saying no ins and outs. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I said, just ask for a manager, because as she speak about what's happening right in front of her, they're ignoring her or giving her a response. And I said to the one in front of me, because she started getting worked up. And then the security lady gonna say, oh, somebody got an attitude. Somebody getting an attitude. Oh, so they could wait a little longer. I'm like, wow. So now you're gonna make everybody in line wait because one person is speaking against what you're doing. That's wrong to them. And we all are part of this because we're patiently in line as well. It's hot outside, and that was her attitude. So I told the young lady in front of me because she like, then y'all see this. I know she can really get stupid, blah blah blah. I said, no, sweetheart, ask to speak to the manager. That's all you need to do. Ask to speak to the manager. And when the manager get here, if the manager's demeanor and behavior is just like that, now you understand why they like that. Now what you gotta do when you get in here is just people around that bar area or somewhere in there, it's a license on the wall. Take a picture of it. And when you get outside the store, so you won't forget, take a picture of the address. That is all you have to do from there. And you can go right on down the court or go online and file your civil suit against and for what reasons. And you state with approximately what time, you know the date, blah blah, and who's on the door. You can give a description. They know who working around there. You can ask for that person's name if the manager is managing properly. Because if the manager is doing what they have to do properly, guess what? They're going to give you their name. They're going to ask what is the problem, what's going on. They're going to address that situation. You want that person's name. I'm going to need this establishment's license information. They should be taking care of that. That was totally disrespectful as to what they were doing on the door, and it just amazes me how you can get a little bit of power. You can watch a person get a little bit of power, right, and they will go crazy with it, literally. So you just have a little bit of power managing a door. You govern over a door, and you just took and totally abused that little bit of power by saying a person catching an attitude and oh, they getting an attitude so they can stay in line a little longer and wait, all because their attitude is with you for breaking the rules and showing favoritism by allowing all your friends to hurry up and get in before you cut this line off for overcapacity or whatever the case may be. That's not okay. But I told the young lady, you don't have to say anything else. Don't say anything else, sweetie. When you go in there, just get what you need to get. Get the information and file your complaint. Or call back in the morning and say, I want to know who's the young lady that was on the door last night. What is her name? What is your name as the manager? You worked last night? Okay. And what is the establishments and codes? What's the numbers I need? And she's that manager gonna want to talk immediately, right? Yeah, but we the only way to make the change, folks, you gotta go ahead and say something. You're gonna have to write something. You're gonna have to say something. So I just wanted to talk about that because it was on me, and I kept saying I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, and I know I haven't been doing this diligently and online like I probably should have. Or, but we all need breaks at times. We all have to sit back, reprocess some things, and you know, take in some things, and get some other things lined up in order so that you can breathe. And then what I told y'all in the beginning, breathe. But my nose is a little clogged up, okay? But yeah, I wanted to just come on and talk to you before I go to sleep. And I said I was going to do this tomorrow, but then that could turn into another tomorrow. And it kept at me, it kept at me. So I thought, no, let me do it right now before I go to bed. Y'all see, I got my PJs on, and I just had to come in, and I wanted to tell you guys I love you all, and we getting back. We getting back real soon. Trust me. Smooches.